Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a move.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here we go. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Burrow. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. All the way down inside the 35. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Bengals at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen.
Here we go.
So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And now off to the races down the right side. He will score. Touchdown.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
The Bengals take over first down again at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry.
I'm one, Rick.
Here's Burrow. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Here we go. 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown, Bengals. Stephon Diggs from 21 yards away. And the Bengals have regained the lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Khalil Mack. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. On 2nd and 9. Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
11 mighty.
They'll run with Mixon. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. They were certainly in field goal range, opted to go for it. Hey, they were able to pick it up.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, but look at it this way. The kicker had missed one before, so they decided to stay out and go for it, and it worked. But now, just one missed field goal and you're not trusting him? He'll be visiting a team psychiatrist this week because he's going to want some answers about why they wouldn't put him back out on the field.
On 1, right?
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mixon is in. Touchdown Bengals. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there and have and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You don't always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then,
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow will throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From the 6.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after play.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
11 MT.
On 3rd down, Burrow. It's complete to Diggs. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Rolling to his right. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is a mix.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 29, Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
11 mighty. 11 empty.
Burrow looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Looking to throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they run a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Here we go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Von Miller picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So give them 3 on that drive. Normally we'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
On play action, they'll throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
It's caught at the 10. A big play that time through the air. And even 60 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Dillon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Dillon again.